Now, this is what I call a moment of solitude.
I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
Okay, and we are back. I definitely do not know.
I smell rabbit.
Kitty cat wants to come back and lay down on me. Okay, there we go, kitty cat. Come on. Come on.
I never embark on a journey without a good book to accompany me.
There you go, big guy. Fall down. By the way, Jeeps, I don't
Now,
know
this is what
when
I
I will
call
be
a
on
moment of
exactly, but I'm going to
solitude.
set up my little corner where my piano used to be. I finally got my piano moved by the window set up. Ooh, okay. And I don't know how I'm gonna get my shelf set up. Oh, are you trying to put a shelf underneath the window to let the kitty cat look out? Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know how long the storyline is for the Archon quest over here. And at 9 o'clock, Struggle Boxing wants me to play some Storm Speed, Mickey Mouse, Disney thingy with him a bit. And usually we do like 3 to 5 races and call it pretty much a night. So I'll play this until 9 and play Disney up until 10, but that's if I can reach them. If I can't reach them, I don't know what's gonna go on. I'll probably just do like every night and start watching some anime before going to bed. I'm really liking a lot of the anime recently. Having a lot of fun. There's not much on TV going on, but anime-wise, they're not lacking nothing. It's a good thing that Japan did not go and follow the Hollywood strike. That's all I'll say about that. How do I level up this sword, though? That's something I did not check out. How do I refine it?
Lost in the desert. It's where'd you go?
Well, we got the waypoint, and that's when you were gonna call it a night, so...
Oh yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to go back.
Or Google up the quest that you have and look at a YouTube video and create a YouTube account. Don't forget to do that. And that, and then that. Don't forget to turn in all your achievements.
World level increase to level 2, max adventure rank equals level 30. Ascension quest. So I have to do that before I can go up anymore?
Yep. But it accumulates. So, like, when I did my Ascension quest, I went up like 10 levels because I put it off for too long.
Ascension quest is.
Well, you click on it and it'll bring it to you. No, if you press open up the... You don't need to talk to Catherine. Just open up the menu, escape, and click on the thing next to your... Well, I don't know because I'm not watching your stream anymore, but next to your... No, okay, get out of there. Get out of there. Escape. X. Press escape. And next to your adventure rank, yeah, if you click on that, it should take you to your... No, if you just get out of the map,
I clicked on it. It didn't take it to me.
open it up. Not, yeah, click on that. And see, go to Ascension Quest.
Reputation.
Okay, take it easy. You relax, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye-bye. Okay, back to my story, I guess. I gotta hear her voice again, just for the fun of it.
Sino, please don't take offense. I'm sure Dia just wants to help everyone solve their problem as quickly as possible. That's That's why she can be so straightforward at times.
I like straightforward. Who likes beating around the bush for eternity? Especially me, who doesn't get the inside hints. Explain using words, please, and everybody, including myself, will be very happy. Whoa, 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 whoa. You stay there. Gotta clean out my contraption. Let's call it a contraption. Oh. Well, that didn't take long, did it? How to do maintenance. If anybody's interested, let me know. Actually, this might still be a little bit too long for it. Yeah, that'll be too long for it still. Okay, let's trim it down. Down to down, down, down. There we go. There we go, that works. I wish I could help you set yourself up. For me, it would be super easy. I still haven't showed you my office. How I'm set up here and maybe one day I should do a video of my setup. It's not great. It's not bad either, but it's not great. I mean, some people prefer doing it in a closet because it's easier to get the lighting right. Whereas I have to deal with two windows in the sun. So the lighting's always changing here. which affects the shades of green on my green screen. So that's why sometimes my green screen goes wonky. My cat's comfortable. He really likes it there. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy that my cat is finally being the kind of cat that likes to cuddle and stuff, but too much of a good thing? Not necessarily good, right? It's just strange that, he was super cuddly at first, then I had him operated and fixed. Then he became super independent, did not want to have anything to do with me for 6 years. Well, not that he didn't want to have anything to do with me, but he was very independent. Like, he would sleep nearby, but never on me, and now he's always on me.
I don't mind.
Ah, I see. Well, from the way you were staring out into the distance, I thought you might have been mulling over Dia's words.
Dia's words.
No, I'm used to being treated that way.
Yeah, 'cause he's such a powerful dude. Everybody's afraid of him. Yeah.
It's natural to fear strength. I take no objection to it.
Funny how they say that, and Candace kind of feels like she's stronger than him. Okay, I got my dose of her voice. Okay. And it's off. Ooh, I gotta travel all the way there. Okay. Kind of weird that we're heading back to the village.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Not really, I just teleported to where you told me to go.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms?
Well, apparently. Okay, who's emailing me? Oh, new comment. Okay, let's go and check out the comments, see if I need to reply to it. Which is always nice to reply to people. What just happened there? There we go. That's done.
It was only after I grew up that I realized the Wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us.
What? Is that how you see it? I don't think so.
Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim.
Is that how the things work in that world? You'd think that scholars, would treasure knowledge, and who cares where it comes from?
We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more.
That's a sad view, but it's one that I share because, there's the super rich in this world, and then there's the rest of us.
Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving.
I think the word was undeserving, but deserving, okay.
Geniuses like Sataria are one in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate, even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
Yep, but so familiar. That 1% that owns 99% of the resources kind of still want to keep it to themselves.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
I hope so, because scary would be interesting right about now.
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yes, which is why I don't know why you're here and not the other two that are desert dwellers.
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Shh.
Yep, somebody's still listening in to us.
Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for.
Well, I think it's too late because somebody was already eavesdropping on us.
Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
I'm pretty sure we'll find plenty of people you know at the tavern. Not that I'm saying she gets around, but I kind of have a feeling that she gets around. Which is okay as long as, things are done safely, I guess. I don't know how safely things work here.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
None of who?
You mean, you don't see anyone you know?
That is strange. They're waiting to ambush us, I think.
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki.
Sorry about that.
Finally, a friend.
I don't have a button on my mic to mute when I cough.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
How did you know? Actually, we are time travelers and world travelers, and I don't know. I guess you can call me Doctor Who.
Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
Ooh, that's interesting. I could hear a lot of stories from you, buddy.
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Yes, 'cause you guys have a lot of time travelers that come in here and are very rude.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Edgar, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to help him out?
Okay, I don't know what that means, but we'll see.
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
All right, this is gonna get spicy. Okay, seems like we're gonna have to walk a bit here. There was probably a road that would have been easier to travel, but the traveler likes to, you know, climb stuff apparently. Okay, here comes the ambush.
Are we there yet?
Ooh. We didn't even go far. And she's already like, are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
Ambush.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Ooh, okay, there are people here.
Why don't you take a guess? Go on, a wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Uh-oh. Was I right about the ambush? I think I was right about the ambush. Dot, dot, dot. A lot of this dialogue is just...
It's an ambush!
I'm gonna like this.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Kimazaki.
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Why is she looking at me when she says that? I don't know.
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake!
What do you mean? We don't need him. Although it would have been nice to have Candace, but that's just my opinion.
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't ya? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
Well, at least it's better than 3 dots.
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you, if it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Seems we found the party.
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of King Deshret despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand why King Deshret is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
That's kind of harsh.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Okay, except I don't think I can switch characters now, and I don't know who I have.
Diana Special! Time to go! By royal decree, Shadow Raven, let night fall!
No.
Impossible! Yeah, how could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course, you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action.
Actually, not to mince words here, but I did not see you fight in that last fight.
Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting.
Well, that I kind of believe, because in my eyes, she can do no wrong. She's like Shira, Princess of Power.
That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
Ugh. You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
One swift kick.
Okay, that should be all of them.
Really, is that all the fighting she does and we can't even... It's censored? Holy Lord.
Whoa!
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit, Paimon can't remember them all.
Well, guess what, Paimon? Join the club, because I can't remember their names either.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves.
Okay, and what is my nickname?
Alcohol has
The
a way of
Pixar
making
geek?
people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how King Deshret is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down.
So who's the duck-tail bearded crook?
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow, what a genius idea! Well,
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
so that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
About being a mercenary for money and you don't care and anybody who pays you can be your friend?
Hmm? About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
See, that's exactly what I just said. This game always knows what I'm gonna say and always offers me the opposite of what I want to do. This is so frustrating.
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
Man, this cat is driving me nuts. Usually I can sit comfortably on this chair, but not as he's taken up all the room here. Oh, my body is hurting.
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon.
Whoops, her hair's glitching.
I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people unless they were truly compassionate.
I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in King Deshret, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the Academia's trickery.
So the Academia would be behind. Okay, I still don't understand though. Why would they banish the mad scholars to then kidnap them to do their plans when they could have done it right from the start?
But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
Yeah, 'cause it would be kind of cool if we knew how strong Paimon was. Like, can we, like, pile all the bodies on her and would she still float? Or are we gonna have to drag the bodies ourselves? Hey, who wants to join? I do not know, Draco. I'm sorry, I apologize. If you're not watching the stream and advising me in advance, I will not let you join. Besides, I'm doing an Archon quest, so not a good time to be joining me.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
Okay, which brings me to my next question. How does this thing here hold up in the air all by itself? Is there like a alien hairspray thing that, you know... Never mind. I don't want to know.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Because nobody would care because they were banished, so nobody would question why they disappeared beside those who the common folks of the forest distrust the most. Yeah, but, you know, couldn't you be like, okay, we're gonna create a hospital for these people underground in a super bunker? And, oh, see, all the mad scholars are gone to the new hospital that's in the bunker. And nobody ever hears from them again. Kind of a thing. I guess it's easier to send them here than to build a underground hospital bunker.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too.
Why can't she talk for herself? I'm so sure that it's Senora's voice actor.
She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, traveler.
That sounded so much like something.
As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
Why would they not live to see another day? Right, so do you have a line?
Candace is an expert at dealing with people like this. All we have to do is wait for her word.
I like it how sometimes after a dialogue, they still have a dialogue. That's why there were so many, but not how they were exposed to the forbidden knowledge in the first place. So the plot thickens. Okay, well, I need my water boy back, so I am definitely gonna bring him back.
Chivalry will never die.
But for the story, I can run around with him instead of her.
There's still a long road ahead.
One client.
Also got my office corner set up. That deserves another 10 pull. Okay, let's do a 10 pull in celebration of your office corner that's set up now. Up, besides the shells, we don't got a power cord for our drill. Oh, and it's not a cordless drill, and the extension's not long enough. But don't you have like a regular screwdriver that you have to turn by hand while you're pushing on the screw to put it in? I don't know, just saying. I'm sorry, like I said, if I could have helped you out, I would. But otherwise, it's mostly set up. I just gotta sort out some chaotic mess. And yeah, but we need the drill for the wall. It going in no? You know? You know? I know, you know. He knows. Into, maybe. Okay. Well, unless it's a concrete wall, which I doubt it is, I think it's more like gyprock. I don't really recommend drilling into gyprock. Just screwing into it usually works pretty good. But the other thing with that, it's good to have a stud finder to find where the studs are so that you're screwing in something other than just gyprock. Also, my desk is fully set up, but I'm still use my PC in my bedroom because I need desk space to move stuff around until my office is completely done. Okay. Well, your PC is a laptop, so even if it's on the desk, you can still bring it to your room. But I get it. I have my laptop in my room, and it's what I watch when I'm in bed at night, so. And I have my PC here, so. Actually, I have two PCs here, so. Then I can finally use my desk afterwards. Okay, so what time? 6 and 12. What time are we? Okay, well, 6 is not too far away. There we go.
Hey, Dia!
We're back. We went visiting all night long. We partied at the tavern, and now we're back, ready to go.
Right on time.
Strange, because so far, only once during a mission in Liu did they offer us an inn where we could go and sleep. Although, if I remember correctly, we also slept somewhere in Sumeru in the day that we kept repeating over and over again. So that's only twice that we actually have somewhere to sleep ever since we got to this world. But, on the other hand, if I've been sleeping for 500 years, then I don't need to sleep, do I?
We'll know any moment now.
But how strange would that be? I mean, can you think about it? You know, like every 5 years, you don't need to sleep, but every 5 years you sleep for 5 years. That would be so weird, waking up and discovering that 5 years went by and so many things have changed. That would be so weird.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
No, you have your teapot to sleep in lore-wise. Oh, but you never did anything with it, so... Oh. Well, see, that's one thing, instead of cooking food and spending all my monies, maybe you could set up my teapot if you wanted to. But you got your own stuff to do. Oh, my camera's frozen. Give me a second here. Ooh, actually, I think it's the heat that is affecting my PC. Could that be? Because I do have the heat on here. Because not only did the camera freeze, but my sound went off the rails, I think. So I'll be back shortly. I need a couple of minutes for my camera to recycle and reboot. But I'll be back shortly. I'm still here, actually.
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
So hopefully this works. Oh, nope, it's not. Or is it? Okay.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
I thought she was gonna say that she's her sister, but turns out no, they're just good friends.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Well, yep, okay. I'm not gonna comment. Oh, look at him! 3 dots. How original of a dialogue for him. I am so surprised. Not.
Oh, Sarno's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes, I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Well, he's a general who's used to interrogating suspects, so...
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
See? See?
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Well, is there something going on between those two that I'm not aware of?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Funny how we hear her, but we don't see her.
Come on, let's go inside.
Really? I like it how they give me the opportunity to play my character for 2 seconds. Has anybody noticed that the feet are broken? Minor details, but still, it's kind of weird.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Does she now? How do you know?
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Yeah, 'cause I couldn't tell.
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Okay, and yet I still don't see it.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure.
Ooh, I did not know that she was always so calm. I did not know that she could be really, okay, worked up.
Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
What? He is such a wimp.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling.
True, do unto others what you want others to do to you.
The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Ooh. Well, do you want a couple of ideas? Because, not that I want to share my techniques of interrogation, but bad people are bad people, and they deserve, you know what? They deserve it.
Mercy! Please have mercy!
I would have none to people who showed none.
You've made your bed.
We may all be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. And war serves no one.
Well, see, that's all good in theory, but there are these people that build weapons, and it's very profitable for them. So it does kind of serve them.
The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry.
She's so wise. I like her.
I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
Glad somebody is.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about King Deshret's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in King Deshret's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
That sounds like the Fatui.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Ooh, he is so nice.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process.
So, I am a little bit confused here. So, they're not going to resurrect King Deshret, are they? They are going to bring in the balladeer claiming that he's King Deshret's resurrection. Or was that cinematic deja vision thing that she had just some other story? I'm confused now.
I'm not sure.
It kind of feels like it ties in here. So they're just gonna resurrect anybody and call him King Deshret. So the legend is kind of serving the purpose that they want to do.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
You die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
Yes, but the mysterious man must have a name or a description other than the mysterious man. Like, was he tall? Was he short? Did he have, like, pink hair or something?
2.
Oh boy.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there.
Okay, well, sounds like we're the next victim. See, I like it. 3 dots. So original.
You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Go on to what? Why are we interrogating them all of a sudden?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself King Deshret's envoy.
Sounds like the Fatui doctor that we met. I wish we can fight him, even though Blast Burn Gaming says I can't take him on, but I'm sure I could.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Again with the 3 dots. Oh, did he just knock them out?
Smooth.
Apparently.
Okay, speak.
Yeah, we don't want them hearing anything of this.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia.
Again with the 3 dots. Really? I mean, this is the guy with the least amount of lines ever in a game.
Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Yeah, see, that's what gets to me. Why kick them out and then try to get them back? That's what I don't understand.
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars.
Oh man, this guy's killing me with his dialogue.
Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Yeah, Not to complain about priorities, but there's something much bigger than just Isaac here.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
No, I want her to come with us. Darn it. Why don't I get to try her out?
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
This game is so infuriating. Why do they do that to me? Oh, she gets another line. Cool.
You look worried. Thinking about the village keepers?
Yes. I'd look for them myself if I could. As members of our village, each one of them is very important to me.
You have a strong sense of belonging here. I guess I'm the opposite. Mercs are stray dogs, wherever they go.
Dia, don't say that. You can be a part of this community too.
Thanks. I'll let you know when I feel like joining.
Let me guess. Is he gonna say 3 dots?
What scheme is the Academia brewing now?
Ah! I thought it was gonna be followed by 3 dots. Okay. My bad. Where are we supposed to go? Oh, just outside here? Okay. Let me guess. Another cinematic where I get to control my character just to go out. That's so bad.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Woo!
Well, somebody's back. I was wondering what he was up to.
Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
No, come on. Not another 3 dots. Really? These 2?
Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! Never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yes.
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere.
So original of dialogue in this storyline.
Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Hatham. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Yeah, you're all talk!
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts.
No, but it would like good to know exchange what you discovered.
Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Good. Fill us in, please.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
Ooh, this'll be interesting.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Yeah.
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Gandis said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Ooh, kitty cat. I'll be right back. Ugh. Ooh. Need some more juice. going to attempt to put my anus. Ooh, okay. That's kind of a word that I didn't want to say online. Banner on my office wall above my desk. I don't know if this will work on not, but only one way to know. Okay, good luck. You'll have to show me what you mean, because I cannot say that word out loud too much, I guess. Just in case, YouTube is listening in, which they always are.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the Mad Scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the Radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
So it's something that goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
Yeah, well, see, this is part 2 of a bigger question. As to maybe other people are listening into our conversations. Seems like everybody's been listening into our conversations since we arrived here.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
Oh boy, Blabbermouth Paimon to the rescue.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Why am I not surprised about the 3 dots?
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler? Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something.
This feels like a trap. How do we know it's even her on the other side of the door?
Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better?
Well, from what I know, I don't know.
Why's that?
Yeah, because they want war and stuff, so yeah, it doesn't sound right.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, Do you believe our lives will get better?
Oh, finally, I answer with 3 dots.
Yeah, we came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
Well, not really. We're just looking to talk to the Archons and stuff. Another 3 dots.
I want to trust you.
But
My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
probably. That's how radicals think.
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
Paimon, shut your pie hole.
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
Could it be the tree that is... What is it called? Ermishkol? Ermishurl, whatever.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
Strange that they are pointing us to the pyramid, which is not where I thought we were. No, see? No.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, let's go!
See, this is what I was talking about earlier, where they could have just sent the scholars to a whatever hospital and... Okay, well, this doesn't seem easy for me to navigate. Because I've been here earlier this evening. Now where did he go and dig his hole? He didn't, did he? Alright, too bad. Ooh, viewpoint. Alright. Well, I guess I need to grab this one. This is a creepy place. Even with the sunlight and all. Ooh, level 70s. I am not level 70, folks.
Sounds good to me. Witness the power of Gugwa. Cross over. Time to know my sword.
Take that!
Oz, reveal thyself.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Ooh, Potato! I miss Potato Girl. Why did they have to go and kill her off and Attack on Titan? She was like everybody's favorite character.
Ooh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
Empty
Nope.
and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
Kind of strange that I hear voices and Paimon and stuff, and yet they're not here.
Monsters, watch out!
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
Fire, fire, hands on fire!
Know my sword.
By royal decree. Oz, reveal thyself.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Ooh, nasty
Rain
beast.
outlines your fate. Witness the power. Time to go.
Disappear!
Know my sword.
By royal decree.
Oh shoot! She went down. Darn it. That is so not good for me.
Oz, reveal thyself.
What? No, not before I could use my superpowers on her. Darn it.
Know my sword.
Windblade!
Every time I go to use my burst, it kills me, darn it.
Let me leave you a verse. Time to act.
Oh, his shield is back up, darn it. What?
No, my sword. I am outplayed.
Well, that ain't good. Dang. Okay. Was definitely not expecting that. Okay, we are gonna need to bring somebody stronger to the fight.
Need my help as usual?
Yes, I need your help as usual.
Body and mind. Time to act.
What do you mean defeat the monsters? There's gonna be more than one? Okay, let's get our stamina back up, because we're gonna definitely need it here.
Rain outlines your fate.
I summon thee!
Witness the power of the wild.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
No rest for the wicked.
Rain outlines your fate.
I'm here. Sayonara special!
Body and mind. Rain cutter.
Fire, pants on fire!
Whew.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
What? Shut up! It's a good thing I had the Yona to freeze him every once in a while. Because that was not an easy fight. And I've had to deal with a couple of those today already.
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, you know, something like that.
Go ahead, Dendro person. Unlock it.
He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take a look.
I don't want to do this, people. Somebody stop me. Well, just the way that was said means that we didn't find anything.
Hey, Haytham, we haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
No, there's certainly a clue here to find.
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then.
Oh man, that was a hard fight for me. My hand can't... I almost have to quit. My hand does not want to collaborate. Come on, get some feeling into it. Ah, not easy. Not easy at all.
I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read?
It's always the same book.
What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
It's kind of like my water boy that's always talking about books as well.
Okay, sure.
Another 3 dots.
The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion, in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya.
Actually, I kind of understood that.
How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey! Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated.
Okay, for a moment there I thought I would have to fast forward time.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Yeah, you need to hush up so that we can hear the voices.
Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
Look at that, there's a trap door. Why is his head shaking? Nanaya's head was doing the same thing earlier.
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here.
It's a trap door. Ooh, I have a bad feeling about this. This looks like a prison cell.
As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Oh, we don't find tomatoes all that often. Somehow I think we need to go in though. Or is it just me that's missing something
With
here?
the wind.
Okay, seems like we were on the other side of... This is confusing.
Like a lamb to the slaughter.
Rain outlines your fate.
Really? Potatoes? That's the treasure that they're hiding here?
No, my sword!
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day. Ice.
Witness the power of Gugwa!
By Roy.
Rain outlines your fate.
Higher, higher, can't fight fire. I'm a rock. Look at you, boo down. Oz, reveal thyself.
Hmm. Oh, he's gone to that. Okay, so I'm gonna need her then.
Everything's ready. Let's go. Phew. Go. Huh? Phew.
Oh, he's stuck behind, did he?
The hunt begins.
Got a cat that wants to come back.
Silly
There you go,
churl,
kitty cat.
Billy churl,
Coming?
silly Billy, hilly churl.
Look, there's someone over there. Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Wait.
He knows him?
You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academia.
A senior?
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him.
Or maybe he's not afflicted with the same thing that's been bothering every other one. Is that blood?
There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why did that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
To the guy that took the, what is it called? The capsule?
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Not really, but okay.
Correct. The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia.
All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto King Deshret's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago.
Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises.
Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret,
and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
That's what I've been saying since the beginning.
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
Building the robot.
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
Paimon doesn't want to think about this. Going to finally get on, yay, just gotta get my PC first.
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Paimon's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
Apparently. The Balladeer, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge, but what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not really.
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
No, but I just want to find my sister, apparently.
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that. He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
Well, okay, time for me to end the stream and see, because it is 9 o'clock, so this is usually my time to log off. But I will also check up on Struggle Boxing, who's been wanting to play some Disney Speedstorm. So we might do that for an hour. If not, I'll see you tomorrow for the continuation of Adventures in Teyvat. Everybody, catch you later or in the next video. Toodaloo!